Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Summer and today we are talking about boys. We're not talking just about boys, this is just relationships in general. So if you're a boy, you can watch this. You might learn a few things, you might not, you might disagree, I don't really know. I hope you guys are all doing really well and staying safe and healthy and sane and happy as much as you can in this crazy time. And I'm sorry for the lack of videos lately. I actually still work full-time, so I work at a law firm, so we are considered essential. So I'm just kind of trying to juggle working and YouTube and moving and all this stuff at once and having a new puppy, which you guys haven't even met him yet, but I did get a new puppy, Bentley. He's the cutest little boy, love of my life. So yeah, I'm sorry for the lack of videos, but there will be more coming. So lately it's been a reoccurring theme of having relationship questions in my DMs, which I'm not mad about. I love talking to you guys, but I figured it'd just be easier to put it all in a video. So that is what we're doing today. And just a quick little disclaimer, I in no way am saying that my answers to these questions are right by any means, or that you can't have a different opinion than me. These are just like what I'm thinking right now, where my heart's at. I haven't even really read the questions, so I just want to put that in there. And I would love to discuss things too down below. So if you guys have any thoughts or other questions, leave them in the comments, or you can always DM me and we can chat on Instagram. If you're not already following me on Instagram, I will leave it right here. So just be sure to follow me if you want to keep up with my life. I'm just gonna be reading them off my phone, but I'm not gonna say anyone's names just for confidential reasons. So the first question that I got is, what are your biggest turnoffs in a guy? And that's an interesting question. So for me, I feel like while looks are important to an extent, I do think that you should be attracted to your partner. That's not everything to me. That's not even like a big percentage to me. So I'm not going to put this around looks, but more so personality wise. So it's a big turn off to me when I feel like a guy is playing games. And by games, I mean like, you can't tell if they're really interested in you, or one day they'll be like hyping you up and making you feel really wanted, and then a couple days will go by and you don't even hear from them. I think that's just a big turn off, especially for my age. I'm 22. If I'm gonna be talking to someone, it's because I can see a relationship forming with them. Otherwise, I'm just not going to, because I have my own things that I wanna do and dreams and goals to work towards, and I'm filling myself up, so I don't need anybody at this point in my life. I feel like I used to be at a point where I felt like I needed a relationship, and I don't feel like that anymore, praise God. So yeah, playing games, I'm not into someone who's disrespectful. I've seen guys be very good to me and then be very disrespectful to other people. So girls and guys, this goes for both genders. See how your significant other acts in different places. If you go to dinner, how do they treat the waitresses? How are they acting? How do they act towards you? Do they change? I think it's important to have someone who can be respectful no matter where they're at or who they're with. I think there's like a lot of different turnoffs, honestly. Mine will be different than yours, I'm sure, but I think to know what's a turnoff to you comes from knowing what you want and what you are setting your standard for. Next question is how to do long distance relationships. And I will say I have only ever been in distance relationships. Now, it doesn't mean they've been like extremely long or anything. One of them was like an hour. I don't think that just because you guys have distance, it's like a death sentence for your relationship. I don't think that at all. I do think distance can actually be healthy for relationships too, because it gives you a chance to still make sure you're maintaining your independence and working on yourself while still loving someone else. So for tips to make it work or make it easier for me in the past, or what I would want if I was going to be in a distance relationship, is one, a lot of communication. And that doesn't mean texting all day or calling every night or anything like that. While that might be something that you expect, I don't expect that. I actually don't like that. I don't want to be texting someone 24/7 just because I have my own stuff that I'm doing too, and it gets overwhelming for me. But communication is super important, because especially with the phones, it's very hard to tell how someone's feeling like over a text. So making sure that you're communicating things. I also think that if you can talk about distance beforehand, talk to each other about your expectations for distance, and that would be like how often you're gonna see each other, who's gonna drive when, and kind of different things like that, what your expectations are, just to make sure you're on the same page and you give it a fair chance. Scheduling like cute FaceTime dates is something to look forward to. I think that scheduling when you're gonna be able to see each other next is something to look forward to. I think with distance, you just have to keep making it exciting. And so if you can look forward to like, hey, I get to see my man on Friday and we're gonna FaceTime, like little things like that can make it a lot easier. Also, I think it would be really cute if you like could send like handwritten letters or like a little care package. I know I've done that before, just to like let them know you're thinking of them. And yeah, I don't think distance is a total relationship ruiner by any means, but it can be if you're not ready for it. And by ready for it, I mean just like preparing yourself and your significant other for what is to come. Okay, the next question is about quarantine dating, which who thought that that would even be a thing? It's crazy. So I don't really know, because hashtag social distancing, you shouldn't be dating in person. But like we talked about in distance, FaceTime dates, you can do that. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of the only thing. I wouldn't try to like go meet up with anyone right now. One, everything is probably closed, and two, we just want to protect everybody, so don't be selfish and go meet on a date right now. Make them wait. So yeah, I would say the only thing that I can offer for advice on quarantine dating is one, either just don't do it, or two, just like have a FaceTime date or call, or just get to know each other or text. This next person says, I've been with my boyfriend for a few years. How do you let things not get boring? I think something really important to realize is you should never stop dating each other. And by that, I mean that even when you're married, I think it's important to continue dating, which sounds very weird, but by that I mean making sure that you're putting time aside to go on dates, to have the one-on-one time, to know each other's love, what's it called? Love languages. That will help a lot too. Make a bucket list or something, like what you guys want to do together, and if you're bored, do one of those. I think you should keep doing the things you did to fall in love with that person. I think that it's important that no matter how long you've been together, that you keep doing the little things, because the little things are what make the big things. If when you guys started dating, you would leave like little love notes for each other, or you would text a good morning text, or you would do like a movie night every other Friday or something, to keep doing those things, because that's what's gonna make it continue to grow and to get better and better. I don't think that relationships, just because you've been together for a long time, that they are gonna get boring. You just have to work a little bit harder to keep things interesting. Okay, the next question is, how do you date someone who isn't on the same level as you in terms of faith? And this is different for everybody, but for me, that's not something that I'm actually going to be doing. It is a priority for myself to be on the same race, in the same race as my partner. And by race, I mean someone who is running after the Lord just as fast as I am. And the reason I think this is so important is because I have been in relationships in the past where I feel like I am almost babysitting, or having to drag my boyfriend to church, or to talk about Jesus with me, or different things like that. I'm at the point in my life and in my faith where my faith is my #1 priority. So when I'm in a relationship, I want that relationship to push me towards the Lord and not pull me against him. So that is something that I think you just need to ask yourself, is this something I'm willing to negotiate on? And I'm not saying that you shouldn't date someone just because they're maybe a little bit newer to their faith than you are. There's nothing wrong with that, but they do need to have that desire. You should not be forcing the desire on them. They should have that for themselves. You should both chase after the Lord separately and together. The next question is, how do you meet good guys? So while I can't tell you where to go to meet good guys, I will say that I am a firm believer that you attract things that you put out. Sounds a little bit crazy, but if I don't know my worth, if I am very insecure, if I don't have standards, if I am willing to settle and be with anybody, then I do believe that that is what I will attract in a man. On the other hand, if I know what I'm worth, if I know what I'm looking for, if I'm taking good care of myself, if I'm confident in myself and in God's plan for me, I do believe that you will attract a guy like that. And it's not that other guys won't come around, quote unquote, bad guys. Sounds weird. You'll be able to see right through that right away, and then it's just up to you to have the strength and the self-control to know that, nope, this is not what I'm looking for. While it might be comfortable right now and it might be easy to fall for this right now, in the end, this is not what I want and this is not God's plan for me. So to just know the difference between those things. I think that you attract good guys by being the best version of yourself, because then you are so aware of the things that you want and also the things that you deserve. I think it's important to know your worth outside of relationships first, so that you've built a strong foundation for you and you don't feel like you're using someone to fill you up. You are already full with the things that make you happy and on your relationship with the Lord, that when a guy comes, he's just adding to your life and not becoming your life. And when you have the mindset of not needing somebody, you're able to see the difference between a good guy and a quote-unquote bad guy. And then you'll also have that strength and that confidence to know that, hey, the good guy is worth waiting for, and if he's not here right now, he will be here at some point, because if I have the desire in my heart to get married, I truly believe that God will make that happen. I tend to always miss the red flags. How do you see them right away? So the thing with dating is that when you start dating somebody or you start getting to know someone, more often than not, you are giving your best self and you are putting your best self forward. And by that, I mean that you are giving your best resume and showing all the amazing sides to you. You are like basically showing someone why they should want to be with you. Just be mindful of that. Don't fall in love with the perfect version of someone, because that version is not gonna stick around, honey. Mine is not gonna either, because I'm not perfect, so my flaws are gonna come out too. Everyone has flaws. They're all gonna come out eventually, which is why we have to guard our hearts, because if you go fall in love right away with that man's resume, it's gonna change, okay? How to know when you're seeing a red flag? First, I think it's important that you know what you're looking for, what your standard is, the things that you want in a future husband, the things that you want your future husband to say, to do, to act like. Know all these things, so that if it doesn't match up with the things that you want, you'll know that, hey, red flag, you know? You gotta know your heart and what you want in order to know that something isn't what you want. So for me in the past, I didn't think that drinking was that big of a deal. I don't drink like recreationally. I just don't, and that's just a choice I make for myself. I don't feel like I'm better than you if you do drink. I don't hate you if you drink. I don't judge you if you drink. Girl, you do you, or boy, whoever's watching this. But for me, I just don't. So in the past, I thought, okay, they can drink, that's fine. They can party, because I just don't want to. But if they want to, then go for it. But now I've realized that, hey, that doesn't really match up with like what I'm looking for. I don't want my boyfriend to be someone who parties every weekend, just because I'm not doing that. So that would be really hard for our relationship, because I'm not doing that and you are. So we're not gonna be together, and we're gonna be seeing things very differently. So for me, I've now seen that as a red flag for myself. It doesn't mean that would be a red flag for you, but because I know what I'm looking for, that will be a red flag for me. And not to say that someone can't drink and be my boyfriend. That's not at all what I'm saying. I'm just saying someone who feels like that's a priority in their life is partying. It just doesn't match up with what I want. What do you wear and how do you do your makeup on a first date? I would say that my rule of thumb is do you, boo. Because it doesn't really matter. Like, you can ask the guy, like, do you like natural makeup or do you like red lips? And like, honestly, one, he's not gonna know the difference probably. And two, it just doesn't really matter. So like, if it makes you confident and comfortable, then that's what you should do, because it's not really about him. And I'm not saying that in a mean way, but it just isn't. The right guy will love you whether you have purple lipstick on or black or red, because if that makes you happy and makes you feel confident, then he's gonna want his woman to feel confident. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to love it. Like, he doesn't have to be like, go wear red lipstick, honey, like if he hates red lipstick. But if he knows that you love wearing it and you feel great wearing it, then he's gonna learn to love it too, because he loves seeing you shine your beauty and your confidence, okay? Let's say it's a summer day, okay, 75, sunny and 75. We're going mini golfing and then getting ice cream. So for me, I know that if I wear a tube top, I'm gonna be stressing out that the girls are gonna fall. So I'm not gonna wear a tube top. I'm gonna wear like a tank top that has straps. And then if we're getting ice cream, I probably don't want to wear red lipstick, because I am gonna make a mess. I'm already a messy eater. So be mindful of what you're doing, where you're going, and then think, what do I feel the best in? So for me, I love doing my makeup. I don't wear makeup for a man or for other people. I wear it for myself because I love doing it, for one, and I also feel really good in it. Whatever you feel comfortable in and whatever you feel beautiful in, I think that's what you should wear. That's how you should do your makeup. It doesn't really matter what they think. And this leads me into my next question. It is, what if your boyfriend doesn't like you wearing makeup? I just want to talk to him. I just want to have a conversation with him. Now, maybe he's like trying to be sweet and is like, you don't need makeup, you're beautiful anyway, honey. But that doesn't mean I don't want to do a cat eye. It doesn't mean I don't want to wear lashes. This is difficult for me because I think that we as people have started having opinions on things that we just don't need to have opinions on. And if we do have opinions on them, we don't need to share them. I had a conversation with someone. She was very upset that this girl that was walking by had green hair. And I said, oh my gosh, like, does your head hurt? She's like, no, why would my head hurt? And I'm like, is it affecting you like really badly? Is it affecting you? No, it's not affecting me at all. Okay, then why are you saying anything? If it's not affecting you and it makes her feel great, then like, let her have green hair. Like, rock your green hair. Freaking Billie Eilish has green hair and she looks great. I think it's healthy to have opinions and sharing opinions unless you're truly trying to help somebody. And check your heart if that's how you're helping someone, because it's not really gonna help them. Check his heart and where he's coming from. If he's just trying to help you with your confidence, with your natural beauty, then bless him. But also to just do whatever makes you feel beautiful, because I, for one, will never not do my makeup because a boyfriend doesn't like it, because they're not a good boyfriend to me then, because makeup is something I'm passionate about and I hope someone supports me with my passions, and that's what I look for. So I think maybe just have a conversation with him too, because maybe he like feels intimidated or insecure because you look so bomb with your makeup on. He thinks he's gonna lose you or something. You know, like maybe there's a deeper version. And if it's literally just he doesn't like your makeup, then swipe him with a makeup brush and go put eyelashes on and thank you next. You know, simple as that. How do I maintain my priorities in my life without letting my relationship become everything to me? And I think this is a great question. I think it's awesome that you're aware of this is happening, because I have totally been there too myself. And I have this very weird thing that I created in my head. Don't X out of the video just because I'm talking about pizza, okay? So this is what I like to relate this to. Relationships, okay? Life is like a pizza. I should have merch that says that after I tell you guys this story. Life is like a pizza, okay? So think of your pizza. And for me, I don't know where your relationship with Jesus is, but for me, the crust, like the dough, is God, okay? My relationship, my faith is the dough. And then everything else is on it. So like, I think pineapple belongs on pizza. If you don't, just go ahead and hit that unsubscribe button. I'm kidding, please don't do that. Stay, it's fine if you don't believe that, but I do think that pineapple should be invited to be on pizza. But okay, so you have your pizza and your faith is in every piece, because it's the crust, it's the dough, it's in every single piece, okay? But your relationship with your significant other while you're dating should be just a piece of pizza. Okay, and that's like if you're dating and you're in a committed relationship, they can have a piece. So let's say, I don't know how many pieces you cut pizza into, but let's say like 8. Don't come for me if that's wrong. Let's say 10, okay, just in case. 10. So they're one of the pieces, okay? If you're not dating and you're just talking, they are like the tiny Parmesan packets. They're a piece of Parmesan in there that you can choose to put on your pizza, and if you don't want it, you don't even have to use it, okay? One little Parmesan, baby Parmesan thing on one piece of your pizza, okay? But let's say you're in a relationship, like you said, they're one piece. Now, you still have 9 other pieces, and he does not get to be the other 9 pieces. Your other 9 pieces are, let's say, your fitness and your self-care, your family, your friends, your hobbies, your school or your job, your dreams and your goals you're working for, different things like that. Do you get what I'm saying? You're still having a balance of all these important priorities in your life, and he can be one of them, but he doesn't get to be all of them or half of them or 2 of them. He gets one piece, okay? And I think that helps maintain a healthy relationship, because I think a healthy relationship consists of 2 people that are living their own lives, that come together to add to each other's lives, not become each other's lives. He doesn't get to become the pizza. And then if you get married, he can become the sauce, which I don't like sauce, but I do want to get married, so he can be like Alfredo sauce in mine. He can be the sauce, okay? So he's also in every piece now, because you guys are in a covenant and you're married. But for now, if you're dating, tell your man he's a piece of your pizza. He's not your whole pizza. And if it's a guy you're talking to, remember, not everyone even likes Parmesan, so if you don't feel like you want Parmesan today, throw it away. Okay guys, that is all I'm gonna answer for today. I love talking to you guys. I love that you guys feel comfortable enough to ask me questions, so thank you so much. If I didn't answer your question, please be sure to comment it, and if you're not comfortable doing that, then just DM me and we can totally have a conversation. I'm gonna be doing more chit chat videos, because I feel like I just love helping you guys, talking to you guys, even if I'm not helping, which I hope I am. If I'm not, I just like to be there for you guys and be like an older sister, or maybe a younger sister, depending how old you are. But thank you so much for being here today, and remember that your relationship does not define you. If you're single like myself, if you're in a relationship, if you're married, if you're divorced, if you're widowed, whatever it is, God still has a plan for you, and it's amazing. Please continue to work on yourself, further your relationship with the Lord, because that is the one that matters the most, and keep smiling and doing you. Thank you guys so much for being here today. This was such a fun video to film. Be sure to stay tuned. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any videos from me, and I will see you guys next time. Stay safe and stay healthy. Bye. This is so hard to explain. I don't even want to talk like this about him, actually. Never mind. This is the third time I've yawned in like 2 minutes. Literally in 2 minutes and 22 seconds, I've yawned 3 times. Oh my goodness, Summer. Why am I so freaking tired? Hashtag quarantine things. Okay. I'm tired. Yeehaw. Not even a cowboy hat. It's a cute hat. I'm tired. What's your, but what was I even talking about? Red flags, I think, are like, hold up, wait a minute, it's a job. Okay, TikTok reference. My friends actually have called me disgusting while eating before, which maybe is why I'm single, you know? I have to sneeze. I love a good sneeze, it feels so good. On one slice of your, I don't ever say slice either, I say piece. So can it,